There you go. So yeah, I mean, after today's class, I certainly touch base with you, and then we formulate something stronger. This is just a bite of the apple. This is not the main dish. Yeah, I mean, there's so many different ways that ChatGPT can be used. That use cases are innumerable. I mean, and some people are already making a killing by, taking a sectoral focus on ChatGPT, and then just beginning to, just beginning to ally it to various industries, So we as people that work within the space, in the analysis space, in the technology space, in the software development phase, we have a responsibility to make sure that our own sector is not left out. And it's not until people like you and I can then, professionalize the whole science of prompt engineering within this sector. I mean, that's where the power is unleashed, isn't it? We know it's useful. We know it's useful. I mean, I went to LinkedIn the other day and I saw, ChatGPT for finance. Somebody was already making a killing with also yesterday alone, I saw a document 87 prompt engineering messages, another one 66 prompt messages. So it's happening. It's happening. So Amara's here, you're here. Amara, did you contact Mercy, darling? And Lillian?
I've posted the Canva page. I'm going to call them now.
Yeah. Not Mercy and Lillian because they did come. Yeah.
Okay.
Not Mercy and Lillian because they did come. Yeah. So. Yeah. So I'm going to go into presentation mode and then start the business of presenting ChatGPT. Excellent. So, guys, let me welcome you again. Let me say good morning. Let me welcome you to this session. It's our second attempt at this morning. I do apologize sincerely because, of course, the first installment of this was interrupted by my PC failing to do what I had expected it to do and what I had wanted it to do. But here we are. I thank you very much for your time. This will be a quick session this morning. It's the first of many sessions, and the whole idea is to begin to expose this very recent technology, this very recent way of working to us all, that we as analysts can begin to practicalize how it is that we can use ChatGPT. So here it is. ChatGPT, an opportunity for you to learn the 10 most effective prompts to supercharge your career. How it is you can use ChatGPT in your career for the biggest impact, and you're thinking, supercharge, is this another fad? It's not a fad, guys. This has come to stay. This has come to stay. Really, it is supercharging your career. And with what I will do in front of us all today, you will see why that English is the best possible way to explain what we are going to experience when we use ChatGPT. So whether it is you have ChatGPT or not, I do have my ChatGPT account open, and I will be walking us through this prompts. So on the left-hand side, I'll be having the prompt. On the right-hand side, I'll be having ChatGPT, so that you can see how this happens. So let's hit the ground running. So once again, sincere apologies. Thank you. I think that's Lillian, Amara, Vivienne, welcome. And I expect Mercy and Moaz Holmes to join us as well. So this is all about how to unlock the power of how to unlock the power of ChatGPT to supercharge your career using, it is the latest platform shift. It is the latest platform shift. Gone are the days where we sit and say, oh, it's new. Oh, we don't need to know about it. Guys, it's new and it's not going to go away. And, you know, don't let AI happen to you. You happen to AI. If you fail to very quickly come to terms and to grasp with AI, guys, you may well be replaced by somebody who has had a better grasp of AI. It is better not to be redundant before your eyes. You know, I can understand that we are redundant when we die and what have you, we go, you know, but not when you're alive. To be redundant and be alive is a sin, it's a cardinal sin. So what you have in front of you is a session on how it is that you can start, you know. Before we even start delving about ChatGPT, let's talk about artificial intelligence, you know. Artificial intelligence is the use of computer systems here to stimulate human mental processes. You know, aside from other type of things that it does, it aids humanity in the process of work, in the process of rest, in the process of business, in the process of commerce. It's you know, and when we talk about stimulation of human mental processes, we talk about, you know, the ability to interpret new language and generate new languages as well. AI truly is disrupting all industries, and that it is at breakneck speed, sweeping away all unprepared businesses and people. And the reason why you're here this morning, why I'm here, why I did not sleep until 4 a.m. this morning, is that we are in the business of preparing ourselves. It is best to prepare yourself because, I mean, you have to. There's no choice but to do that. Because in the world of today, guys, I'm telling you, by the day we have thousands and thousands of AI tools that are being unleashed onto the marketplace. And I'm going to be showing you one or two proofs of that fact. I'm going to be showing you some matrices that are built up about the type of variety of AI tools. You know, it is our business to stay on top of things. It's no longer enough to be redundant in absentia. So artificial intelligence truly is disrupting all industries. It's sweeping away all unprepared businesses and people. Now, what we are doing is giving you a way to navigate what is, in a sense, very turbulent waters. Yes. So you can use artificial intelligence, you know, in the way of chatbots, smart assistants, e-payments, search algorithms, you know, media streaming, smart cars, autonomous driving machines, navigation apps, facial recognition system, text editors, social media feeds. But this is where I'm going, or this should have been at the top, AI language models. And that's what ChatGPT is. It's an AI language models. Guys, check this out. It took ChatGPT 5 days. 5 days and to hit 1 million users, and it took ChatGPT 2 months to get to 100 million. Oh yes, the telephone that we all use, that we all have, it took the telephone well over 100 years to be able to get to 100 million. It took ChatGPT 2 months to get to 100 million. We're talking about the power, exponential power of usability, exponential performance, exponential social sharing. Along the same vein, if you're looking for what to compare it to, Netflix, it took Netflix 3.5 years to hit 1 million users. That just begins to shed light on how important and how critical and how pervasive ChatGPT is. Yes, there's the buzz. Yes, there's the buzz. Yes, there's the newsworthy items coming out of it, and there's the fear making. Guys, where there's there's also massive growth opportunity. And you are here because you realize you need to seize it. I am teaching this because I realize more people in our communities need to seize this opportunity. It's not going to go away. It's come here to stay. You cannot bind ChatGPT. You can't. So what this session will do today is show you how you can use it. We are all in different sectors. We all have different roles. And that's the point, that you can use ChatGPT in your own respective sectors. Two different people in the same sector don't necessarily have to use it the same way. Two different people in two different sectors can potentially use it in the same way. So with this prompt engineered outputs that I will be using to drive this session, you will see how this will work. Somebody's asking on Instagram how people earn money. How do people earn monetarily from ChatGPT? Is that what you're asking? A lot of people are making a lot of money from it, sir. You can incorporate ChatGPT in your copyright generation system. You can incorporate ChatGPT in your sales funnel. You can incorporate ChatGPT in your newsletters. You can incorporate ChatGPT in your product development initiatives. You can incorporate ChatGPT in your artistic endeavors, tools such as Midjourney. Midjourney can be combined with ChatGPT. You can use ChatGPT on its own, or you can combine it with a number of other AI tools. There are people that are making money from it. So what you are here to do is to learn how to leverage that first mover advantage, how to use ChatGPT. So let's start using it. So what I'm going to do right now is minimize the screen and then also share on the same screen. I'm going to share my ChatGPT palette. So we have the prompt on the left, and then we'll have the ChatGPT on the right, so that you can immediately start seeing how that works. So guys, this is a very exciting session this morning. If you're here and you have people that you want to be part of this session, go ahead and invite them, send them the Zoom link. And yeah. So this is ChatGPT website. So you go to https openai.com blog chat. Then let me put this inside the chat. So guys, put it up. Amara, I beg of you, please put that link up on the Telegram groups for all the cohorts. So this is what we have, introducing ChatGPT. Yeah, this is the website. So you go into this URL, and then when you drop down on the product option, you will see, overview, you see ChatGPT, you see GPT-4, you see DALL-E 2, you see customer stories, safety standards, and pricing. All of this are all variants of AI products that are owned, run and managed by OpenAI. If we clicked on this other permutations of AI products, we get different products. GPT-4, by the way, is the latest insurrection, or is the latest version of ChatGPT. What we have is currently ChatGPT at 3.5. So this is the link we need. So if you're watching me on screen, we click that. So when we click that, we go into, it opens up a screen, the login screen. So I've clicked in on it now, and I'm now going to log on to my ChatGPT. Okay, so let's do that. What's my password? Bear with me as I enter my password. There it is. So If you don't have a ChatGPT account, you need to set one up. And the same way I've entered this ChatGPT session is the same way you would also enter into your session. So what you need to do is make sure that all of your passwords, as you're setting up ChatGPT, you make sure that all your passwords are currently, you make sure that you are registering all your passwords, you're writing it down, make sure you don't lose your Vercel. You can't see my screen because you're not on the Zoom. You're not on the Zoom. So you need to be on the Zoom with us. Okay, so let me see. How do I get the Zoom to you now? I'm going to get the Zoom to you now, yeah? Send me a DM on Instagram now. I'll send you the Zoom so that you can join us, yeah? Send me the Zoom so that you can join us, please. Quickly, please. Send me a DM, then I'm going to send you the link. So guys, this page is still thinking about opening up. Let me see. I think I have ChatGPT already open somewhere. Bear with us. Mhm. Okay. Actually, let us. Yeah, so that's a ChatGPT palette. Let's go with that. So how can we do it? We've gone on to OpenAI, we've clicked on the product, we've clicked on the ChatGPT option. Okay, so we carry on. Number 7. Yeah. So I'm going to be sending this guide out to people. So all of you in attendance this morning, I'm going to be sending out this guide, how we can use ChatGPT. Hello, Obi, how are you? You said hi, okay. Obi, have you got the link? You should have the link, my darling. I sent, let me see. Hey, bear with me. Okay. Should have the link. So I'm going to send this link out to everybody who is here. So ChatGPT tips. Number 1, to use ChatGPT, you have to be as precise as possible. If you give ChatGPT generic on specific prompts, then you're bound to get low quality results. And you don't want low quality results. You want high quality results. So that's number 1. Number 2, if number 1, if you say rubbish in, rubbish out. If you don't give it good enough prompts and good enough context, then it's going to give you bad output. So you must consider from the get-go, your inputs must be correct, must be exacting, must be precise. Before writing any instructions for ChatGPT, and you must remember, the human beings speak language. ChatGPT robots speaks in prompts. When you talk about prompt, the prompt is the language of the robot. The prompt is the language of ChatGPT. So before writing any prompt, you need to take a step back. You don't just start writing because you have ChatGPT in front of you. You've got to be able to understand what is the purpose of your prompt. What is the purpose of your prompt? You know, and what exactly do you need from your prompt? What exactly do you need from your prompt? And then you must also have an idea of what it is you want your prompt to look like. You know, you need to know what you want your outcome to look like. You are the strategist. Let ChatGPT be the executor. ChatGPT is your servant. You are the one responsible for sending it on an errand. You are the strategist. You are the master planner. You are the one who is orchestrating ChatGPT. You are the master. ChatGPT is the slave. But the slave can only be as good as the instructions you give the slave. The slave can only be as good as the prompts that you give the slave. So you must consider, what is the purpose behind your prompt? What do you want ChatGPT to do for you? What is your objective? So in today's context, you want to use ChatGPT to be able to write your CV. That's why you're here. Keep your eye on the screen. We're going to proceed. Today is a good day. It's a good day. So another tip. So we're giving you tips before we start using the ChatGPT. Remember, number one, be as precise as possible. Number two, before writing any prompt, understand the purpose behind your prompt, what exactly you need and what the outcome should look like. And then, of course, what you don't overload it. Just because it's ChatGPT, you don't keep typing. No. One task at a time. Don't confuse. If you give it multiple different tasks, then you're going to have problems. For an example, when you look at the palette I have in front of us here, it's clean, no instructions whatsoever. It's a clean palette, a clean instruction chart, a clean palette, a very, very clean palette. Absolutely nothing has been written. This robot has not been given any instructions at all. This is my ChatGPT portal. I've accessed it. I've put my username in. I put my password in. Now it's ready for me. It's primed for use. It's primed for use. Now we are going to use it. Let's look at further tips before we start using it. You know, so as I said, I'm going to give you guys this presentation in a PDF format or link so that you can also have it to hand and then you can also use it, you know, because it's growing in leaps and bounds. Let's not be at the back edge of the desert. Let's be at the forefront of this technology. Let us be purposed in how we use it. The good news is this is sector agnostic. You can use it in any sector, any domain, any ecosystem, any industry. It is absolutely that democratic. So give ChatGPT one instruction at a time. Give it the first one, then follow up with the second, then follow up with a third, one by one by one. Look at it. So your prompts, let's now start giving it this beautiful prompts. I was up till 4 a.m. writing. So number one, scenario. You are preparing for a job interview. Look at this prompt. You are going to enter this into the screen and let ChatGPT do its magic. So this is how you do the magic in ChatGPT. So this is ChatGPT. You enter into new chat. I certainly hope it's going to do what it's supposed to do this morning. Bear with us. That's it. This is the better screen. That's it. This is the screen. This is what it should look like. These are the old previous prompts that I did. But let me try something else. I want to open a completely new palette so that you can see how this works. That's it. We start the journey again. Boom. So you see, I've got two palettes here. Oh, okay. So new chat, I click on that. And then you can see that ChatGPT has given you example statements of how it is you enter the prompts into it. So for an example, how do you speak English? This it's giving you example. You can see that the message is in quotes. This helps you understand how it is you can talk to ChatGPT, how it is you can prompt ChatGPT. The middle workflow here tells us of the ChatGPT capabilities. With ChatGPT, the system can remember what the user said in the earlier conversations. With ChatGPT, you can provide follow-up corrections. Say, for an instance, you want to tell somebody, you're instructing, you're in a living room and you have a son or daughter in the kitchen. Oh, no, you're in the kitchen and you have a son or daughter in the living room. And without coming out of the kitchen, you have to give your son or your daughter instructions. Because you're cooking, you're busy with the utensils and everything, but your child is in the living room. That scenario where your voice, your words, your sayings is what is steering and what is directing the child. When you go, you're stirring the pot, but your voice from the kitchen is telling the child, oh, go to the top of the cabinet in the lounge. You'll find a bowl there. Open the bowl. In the bowl, you'll find the key. Take that key and use that key to open the second shelf in the. So it's like that. You're the one giving it instructions. You give it the first instruction, you give it the second instruction, you give it the third instruction. It's beholden to you. ChatGPT knows to take instruction. ChatGPT can take instruction. ChatGPT remembers what you have said in earlier conversations. If you start telling it, okay, go to the top of the cabinet, okay, now go to the second shelf, okay, use the key you got from the bowl in the second shelf and then open that cabinet. Guys, the news here is this, that with every new instruction, ChatGPT remembers the old instructions. ChatGPT also as a language model, also as an artificial intelligence model, if you give it inappropriate requests, it will not give you an answer. Let's say if you ask it one, there's some silly questions about, I don't know, I'll come up with an example later. It's been trained to decline inappropriate requests. If you say, oh, ChatGPT, who was married to the tortoise who lived in the cave and who lived on the moon, ChatGPT can't give you an answer because it knows that's rubbish. So once it identifies something as rubbish, it will decline inappropriate. It will tell you that it cannot provide an answer. That's to give you an idea of the capabilities. I engineered 10 prompts overnight, and we're going to use that in a job search scenario. This is regardless of what sector you are in. So you want to build a CV, you want to tighten your CV, you want to tighten your proposition. This is how you use this particular AI tool. So guys, the limitations, you see, we have examples, we have capabilities and limitations. This is all on the first page of ChatGPT. First page. So guys, limitations, sometimes ChatGPT may occasionally generate incorrect information. Yeah, it's not perfect. It's a language model that's over 170 billion data parameters, data from medicine, data from architecture, data from IT, data from the world of events, data from the world of publications, data from all of these different spheres, sectors, domains, industries, data from people. Anything that has been written, it's there. ChatGPT is a melting pot of all this data, over 170 billion parameters. That's why when you ask it a question, it can give you an answer. That melting pot of data is what it uses to give you an answer. But from time to time, it may occasionally generate incorrect information, which is why your prompting has to be key. Which is why your prompting, you must nail it. Which is why your prompting must be absolutely spot on. You may ChatGPT may occasionally produce harmful instructions or biased content. You got to be careful. Don't treat it as God, obviously. Don't treat it as God. Don't look at it as infallible. ChatGPT, guys, has a very limited knowledge of the world and events after 2021. It's limited. The amount of information that it contains is time-bound. Time-bound. That 170 billion parameters that were used to compile the engine of this AI model has a limited knowledge of the world. It's not perfect, but it's the best example of what it does. By the way, what you're looking at is ChatGPT 3.5. Guys, there's also ChatGPT 4. It's paid. 3.5 is free. So you don't have to pay anything to use ChatGPT 3.5. You can simply go set it up and that's it. You can upgrade to Plus and then you start paying. But the free model is good enough for what it does. So here we go. I'm going to split my screen again. And guys, you guys can begin to see how we will use ChatGPT. So we need a new chat. Yeah, this is where we send the message. So bear with me. Where's my Canva screen? Yeah, there we are. There we go. So I've taken this first instruction and this is what I am going to ask of it. Oh, is it gone? Is it disappeared? Is that it? Yeah, I'm done. Any questions so far, guys? Are you clear thus far? Am I making sense? There we go. So I've taken that first instruction, I've put it in. So I'm interviewing for, we're going to enter the position now. Can you give me a comprehensive list of questions interviewers will ask me during the interview, and also provide brief answers to each question? So let's start there. Somebody give me a profession. Somebody give me an example of a position or a role that you feel interviewers, come on guys, let's make this participative. Who is here? Can you give me an example of a role, please?
Business analyst.
Okay, so, okay, let's do that business. Okay, so you can see this. I'm going to send you guys this presentation pack I'm using so that you can see the sort of prompts I've engineered. And this scenario is specifically to help us prepare for jobs and to optimize our CVs. So I've typed it in, and guys, I want you to see what's going to happen. I'm going to commit the search to the system and then check this out. Check this out. Are you watching? Are you seeing what's happening?
Yes.
This is how it works, and this is how the model works, and this is how it presents question and answers. Yeah. So there you are, unless you're going for an interview, you're asking ChatGPT to help you with different types of questions you might encounter during the BA interview. Guys, who is amazed by this? I certainly am. I certainly am.
I am.
It means, yeah, who said that?
Mercy.
Mercy, oh, hello, Mercy, darling, yeah, absolutely. We never knew it was this easy. Well, it is this easy. Simply enter that prompt. I went to sleep at 4 a.m. 4 a.m. Guys, if anybody is interested in joining us in the Zoom, can you send me a hello message on Instagram, and I'll send you the Zoom link so that you can join us and see what we are also seeing here in this ChatGPT walkthrough, guys. Yeah. If you send me hello on Instagram, I'm able to send you a link so that you can join us for this series this morning. Thank you very much. So let's proceed. Let's ask it more questions. Let's ask it more questions before we derive a CV. Before we derive a CV. The next one is, so number one, you can get ChatGPT to help you prepare for a job interview. This scenario, prompt 2, is that you can get ChatGPT to help you with hiring. So you can use this as an employee. You can use it as an employer. You can use this as a recruiter. Depending on which persona you are, you can use ChatGPT. So guys, check it out. I'm also going to now take a copy of this statement. I'm going to go to our ChatGPT. Remember, ChatGPT has started asking questions about, it's about interviewing questions and what have you. So already with our chat, it knows that we are, in the domain of interviewing, in the domain of asking questions. So if I put this new question here, I'm not out of place. I'm not out of joint, because the context is still related to job search and what have you. If I was not sure that that was the case, I would have opened up a new chat, a brand new chat, so that the results of ChatGPT would not be corrupted. Yeah? So that the results of ChatGPT could not be corrupted. I could put that new query here, meaning I give it its own room to breathe, its own air to breathe. I'm not cluttering up the answer potentials. It's giving me a clean answer. Or I could have made the judgment call. See, look at that. It's giving us different types of online communities and job boards. Look at that. Exactly what we asked it. Who is amazed by this? Who is amazed? Can you see my beloved BAs and DAs in the current cohort? Can you see how this is going to work? So you're new to the business of analysis. You've come to IT Career University. We've trained you, we've taught you, we've shown you, we've held your hand, we've exposed the domain to you. Now it's time you've constructed your CV. You have a LinkedIn profile, and then it is time now to cast your net into the big wild world and then go and see, what portals out there that you can use. You've asked the question, give me on 10 online communities and job boards, and ChatGPT has done just that. Who is happy to see this? You've just started your business analysis journey. You don't know what the domains are. You don't know what the websites are. You don't know what the communities are. It does the job for you. Who is with me? Are you seeing me? Are you hearing me? Are you happy?
Very happy.
I bet you are. And let me give you a little tip. Once you type something into ChatGPT, it gives you a set of answers. You were the ones that asked for 10 online communities. Guys, let me give you a tip. You can type in this word and it carries on. Are you seeing this?
Wow.
It carries on. It doesn't stop. You can just stop. You can say, oh God, enough is enough. 15. Or you can just simply carry on. Is this wild or what? Look at that. Remember, that was on a clean chat palette. I can go to business analysis questions. You remember we had asked that initial question previously and said, I'm interviewing for business analysis. Can you give me a comprehensive list of questions? Blah, 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 blah. Guys, you can also add that question here. Obiageli, Obi, hello, darling. There's a question you've asked. Unfortunately, it doesn't give accurate legal information. Okay, very sad. I wanted it to assist me with some information with regards to my coursework. I want to learn how it can summarize stuff for me. Yeah, it can summarize stuff depending on the prompts you've been putting in. It depends on the prompts you've been putting in. That's why your prompt engineering has to be spot on. That's why it has to be spot on, honestly. That's why it has to be spot on. So guys, we're going to, let's say, who wants to enter? Let me give you guys a choice. Do you want to enter more prompts, or do you want to or do you want to generate the CV now? What do you want to do? Guys, help me. What do you guys want to do now? What do you want to do? Do you want to carry on doing prompt engineering, or do you want to go ahead and generate a CV?
Both.
Okay.
Mercy says both. I don't blame you, darling. I don't blame you.
Okay.
So
Well, because it seems to me that most people here are seeking to update their CV. I think, to me, that's what I think. But you can do both if you have the time.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
I'll give a flavor. Hello, Obi, darling. I'll give a flavor. I'll give a flavor. So check this out. So generate a resume for a role. So this is how the drama would work. So number one, you would go into, check it out. Let's go into LinkedIn. Boom. Let's get in. Okay, so let's go into the job part of LinkedIn. With reference to that assignment one you spoke about, Obi, we'll do some work. I believe it can give you answers. I know that ChatGPT there was some reports that came out earlier this week about ChatGPT clamping down on, in fact, it mentioned the legal sector specifically. And I know that ChatGPT is looking to make serious money with reference to now customizing this tool for different sectors. You can imagine, there are people that will pay premium for this, and that's where the money is. The segmentation is money. So if I was the company, if I was ChatGPT, I would do exactly what they're doing now, which is that they've taken ChatGPT and they've begun to customize it on a sector by sector basis. That's where the money is. Where you have legal luminaries who that you may be able to charge £5,000-10,000 a year just for that service. It's a better money to make than having people pay $5 $10 per each instance. But guys, I mean, I'm on a particular path. I don't want to ruin that path. We want to use ChatGPT to generate a CV. BAs and DAs and everybody who's looking for jobs, I hope that you are looking. So what are we doing? We've gone to LinkedIn. Let's pick up a job. Let's pick up a role. Mercy, pick a role. Pick any role. Go on, my love. Are you there?
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, pick up a role.
HR.
No, pick up any role that you're seeing on screen.
Okay, from the screen. Let me see. I think I saw a senior business analyst.
Mm-hmm. With shall, yeah?
Okay.
So this is the one. So guys, remember the engineering we're doing is that we want to explore this question. We want ChatGPT to be able to write a resume for, that's the prompt. That's the prompt, you know. That's the prompt. So new prompt, write a resume. No, hang on. Let me make sure the prompt is solid. So we could do, right, okay, two things. I'm going to show you two things, two ways to do it. Write a resume for a business, senior business analyst. We're going to do that. Then I'll show you another different prompt that I engineered for this. So write a resume for a bam. It's doing it. Compelling resume. So it's giving you a template. So it's giving you a template, yeah? Okay, so were we to go back to LinkedIn, so where we are, here. Bear with me. Sorry. There's another prompt I wrote last night. Here is the job description of here's a job description of a job I'm looking to apply for. Can you tell me what's good? Okay, paste there. Okay, so senior business analyst, yeah. Let's copy this. Yeah, so we've copied everything about the roles and responsibilities. Yeah. We want to formulate a CV because, of course, the trick about CVs is that when you start applying for the jobs, every job you apply for, you simply must tailor your CV. So what we have in front of us is we have a CV that we have copied. So we're going to use that CV that we have copied as a basis with which to instruct ChatGPT. So this is one, and this is ChatGPT. So using the below, generate a CV for a senior business analyst. Using the job, because you talk to it as if you're talking to a human being. It's not a human being, but it will do the job. Using the job description below, generate a CV for a senior business analyst, and we paste in everything we copied from LinkedIn. Let's commit this into the system. So guys, you're going to see what ChatGPT is going to do now. It's generating. It has started generating. You see that? Giving you a summary. Let's put the experience there. It's still generating. Isn't that something? Are you seeing how that is happening, guys? So you go, you take a copy of the, job spec, you bring it into ChatGPT, and you give it instruction. The instruction we gave it was, using the job description below, generate a CV for senior business analyst, and then we pasted what we had gotten from LinkedIn. This is a CV. Do you see?
Wow.
Meaning that by the time your CV gets before the people who have put this job description out, by the time your CV gets in front of them, your CV contains all of the keywords and key phrases that they use to write their job description in the first place. And these days, it's not a news anymore that by the time you put your CV out there, guys, is actually AI and computers that scan your resume and that consider it. And they use keywords analysis to do this. AI will scan your CV. AI will scan your CV. AI will make the decision whether you are to be interviewed or not. And AI will look for the keywords that it had already used to build up the job description before it spits out who's supposed to be interviewed or not. Guys, who's impressed with this? This is how it can also work. So if we go back to the presentation proper, that ChatGPT presentation that we were using, so you can see that there's an innumerable number of use cases we can use this for. So yeah, look at this one. Act as an interviewer for the role of we'll go for data analyst. Yeah, at company. Yeah, we'll put Shell in. Ask me 5 questions one by one, wait for my responses, and then tell me how I did. You should give feedback in the following format. What was good? Where are the gaps? And how you are talking to ChatGPT as if ChatGPT is a human being. It's called, the basis for its infrastructure is called a natural language model. And it's called a natural language model because, it has been so built using over 170 billion data parameters. That's what gives it the ability to respond like a human. That's why it's very well versed, on a number of subjects. So acts as an interviewer for the role for let me say lawyer at Obegali, give me the name of a law firm, a law firm in the land. Ask me questions one by one. Yeah. Or let's go into Google. Let's see UK law firms. So you big UK. Clifford Chance. That's it. Clifford Chance. Lawyer at Clifford Chance. Ask me questions one by one, wait for my response, tell me how I did. You should give feedback in the following format. What was good, what were the gaps, and how to address the gaps. Let's go. So these are sample questions that you will ask a lawyer. The instruction was, ask me 5 questions one by one, wait for my response, then tell me how I did. You should give feedback in the following good format. What was good, what was, okay, so let's type in the word, let's type in continue. You see? Obi, are you there, darling? Can you see? We've asked the question and
I'm here.
yeah. So we've taken a law scenario. We've taken a law scenario and we've asked it questions and it's pinged back answers to us. The prompt was, act as an interviewer for the role of a lawyer at Clifford Chance. Ask me 5 questions one by one. Wait for my response and then tell me how I did. You should give me feedback in the following format. What was good work? So so with reference to the use case you want it for, you want it for for an assignment use case. I'm happy to work with you behind the scenes to help you develop some prompts that you can use to get some answers. Yeah,
That would be brilliant. Thank you very
yeah.
much.
Yeah. So, I mean, with reference to ChatGPT, it can do so much. I want to show you guys some diagrams that would really put it in context in terms of helping us understand what ChatGPT is and how normal it is fast becoming. You know, look at that. ChatGPT, I mean, so when you talk about, it's a high income skill. Guys, the business of prompt engineering is a high income skill. What I've just done now, guided the ChatGPT bot using a variety of questions. It's a high income skill. The sooner you can learn about prompt engineering, the better for you.
Sorry,
Look at
Sandra,
when you talk about
Sandra,
yeah.
sorry to interject. How did you get this diagram? Sorry, what did you do?
I've got a folder on my computer where I save lots of stuff.
Oh, it wasn't ChatGPT.
But I can send this to you, darling. You want it? Yeah.
No, I thought ChatGPT generated that. So I was like,
No,
okay.
it did. No, it didn't. It's just text.
Okay.
ChatGPT is textual.
Yeah, that's what I was like.
Present
Okay.
information in a table.
Okay.
You can present information in a table. So say for an instance, you let's see one of the questions we asked before, which is, yeah, what are the top 50 business analysts qualities? Give me the answers in a table. It can do that.
Okay.
It cannot give you diagram. Maybe, I mean, I'm sure by the time we come to ChatGPT's version 5, version 6, you know, things are happening by the day. If you see even the ChatGPT 4, if you see what it can do, hey! But I know that there are some little formats, such as a table. You can ask it to give you information in the table that it can do for you. Yeah, but this diagram, I put it up. Where is it again? Yeah. So basically, I'm just trying to let you know that when you talk about high income skills, there's a variety of AI tools out there, you know, and what we've just done today is ChatGPT. There's also another one called Notion AI. There's another one called WordTune. If the use case you need ChatGPT for is for writing, if the use case you need ChatGPT for is to work on videos, there's video, there's Maverick, there's Tavis, there's also a Midjourney, you know. If it's an AI prompting tool you need, there's all of this. Guys, the world has never been as exciting as it is now. What I've just given you is just a tiny speck of the dust on the iceberg of information. I'm committing myself to every Saturday having ChatGPT sessions. We take a role, we take a sector, we do prompt engineering, and then we'll come and learn how we can't run away from this technology. You can use ChatGPT, you know, for assignments. You can use ChatGPT for information. You can use ChatGPT for all sorts of things. I mean, look at this. Okay, look at this. This is a cheat sheet. I'll put this on the Telegram group, and for those who have written me on Instagram as well, I can put this ChatGPT cheat sheet in the email for you. With ChatGPT, you can define the role. You know, as an Excel sheet, give me the answer for XYZ. As an advertiser, coin, you know, an advertising script for me for a marketing campaign, you know, in which a B2B sells injections, that sort of thing. Act as a recruiter and give me the top 20 list of things you expect a business analyst to know. Let's do that. Act as a recruiter. Yeah, let's do that. That'd be a nice one. Act as a recruiter and tell me the top 20 qualities of a accountant. Of an accountant, that's it. Let's go, we've committed the search. And something is happening, boom. Yeah. So you talk to ChatGPT as though ChatGPT is the persona. It becomes the persona. It becomes the asker of the question. It becomes, you know, it's the executor. You are the strategist. ChatGPT can do nothing except what you tell it to do and what you instruct it to do. You are the one still with the power. Guys, I'm committing myself to every Saturday now, coming and having ChatGPT prompt engineering sessions where we teach you, we immerse you in the detail, we show you, we make it something that you need to quickly get to grips with. You can't run from it. You can't. There are jobs that are going to be eliminated by ChatGPT. People in the copywriting business, graphic art designers, they are crying. They are saying, what? What's going to happen to us? But the trick is, if you know how to use this AI, you become indispensable. It's all right, they can have 1,000 AI tools per day or 10,000 tools per week. If nobody can use those tools are useless. Those tools are not God. You become the God of ChatGPT because you are the one giving it instructions. You are the one prompting it. You are the one curating the prompts. You are the one that you are the one that is telling it what to do. The power is in your hands. If somebody gives you a Ferrari and all you did with the Ferrari was just to drive from your house till the end of your road to pick up mail and come back home, it's not the Ferrari's fault. It's your fault. You should have been able to go on the high road with that Ferrari. You should have been able to get into gear 1, gear 2, gear 3, gear 4, gear 5, gear 6, whatever. So this power is in our hands. And with this power, we must absolutely leverage ourselves, our skills. Whatever it was that you did before, guys, it's time to rethink yourself and add AI to it. I'm going to stop here. As I say, it's going to be every Saturday thing. We'll come and then we'll just showcase 1 or 2 skills, showcase 1 or 2 sectors, showcase 1 or 2 prompt engineers. I'm also going to be releasing newsletters within my LinkedIn profile so that this community, the AI community, can also begin to see different use cases for ChatGPT. And in particular, IT Career University is also going to be offering AIBA, Artificial Intelligence Business Analysis, and we're going to be using ChatGPT to be able to help analysts understand how to break the business of requirement solicitation, validation, verification down from end to end, start to finish. So guys, I'm going to pause here. I'm going to pause here. I'm going to allow questions. Okay, ask ChatGPT and, oh, okay. Obi says, ask ChatGPT about intellectual property and see what it brings out. Okay, so can you tell me about intellectual property? Okay, Obi, I've put that question in. Let's see. Well, certainly. Intellectual property is a legal right. Look at what it's doing. It's giving me an answer. Yeah, ask ChatGPT. Yeah. So it's not rejected the question. It's allowed for the question. It's answering it. It's answering it already. Okay. Tell me about unregistered designs. Okay, Lavi, that's it. Thank you for these questions. These questions are very good because a lot of people are asking questions about intellectual property. A lot of people. There's this guy on TikTok. The guy used AI and used it to clone the voices of these two rappers, two very popular rappers. One is Drake and the other one, I forgot what the other one's name is. The guy now released a song, an AI song, using AI generated voice that sounds like Drake and the other guy. The record industry has gone mad. People are like, what? So this is a very valid question you're asking about unregistered design, unregistered copyright, unregistered hacking, unregistered intellectual property infringement. Yes, these are very valid questions. These are very, very valid questions. You know, guys, does anyone have any other questions about ChatGPT, darling? Do you have any more questions about ChatGPT? I certainly will be distributing a number of designs and cheat sheets for us, and a number of things that we can all use to become better. You know, look at this. With ChatGPT, you can act as a marketer, act as an inventor, act as a therapist, act as a journalist, act as a copywriter, act as a ghostwriter, act as an accountant, act as an entrepreneur, act as a mindset coach, act as a project manager, act as a prompt engineer. Thank you. Act as a website designer, act as a best-selling author, act as a chief financial officer. You can do all of that. I think it's wonderful. With ChatGPT, Obi, look at this. You can create a tag.
As a solicitor.
Act as a, okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to, this is actually a framework, 1, 2, 3. Act as a solicitor. Write an essay about what's your, oh, okay, can I post an original video of Davido's songs on YouTube using ChatGPT? When you say original video of Davido's, no, you can't. Because I remember years ago, just me in my innocent Christian young girl in the Lord, I liked Joel Osteen then. So he brought a message out and I took his message. I didn't ask for permission or anything. I copied it on YouTube. Do you know they banned that YouTube channel? Because it was a direct infringement of Joel Osteen's copyright. So this ability to post an original video of the guy that
infringement, yeah.
Yeah, the guy that did what he did, this TikToker that did what he did, let me bring up his details. The guy declared nuclear war on the record industry. People are furious. They're like, how can he do that? How can he do that? But he did. The guy took Drake's voice, took another rapper's voice. The guy then said to ChatGPT or to the AI tool he was using, write me a rap song using Drake's voice and this guy's voice. And the AI tool wrote the song. The guy now played the song on TikTok. The guy now told the whole world what he did. But the interesting thing is, the guy that did that was covered up like a Muslim woman, you know, covered up in that garb that they wear. You know, that thing, the cover cloth that the guy covered every part of him because he knows if they see his face, if they catch him,
He would have been in trouble.
Straight to jail, yeah. And
Yeah,
let me bring that story up. So much as all this computer and all ChatGPT, much as they are nice and they are lovely and what have you, we got to be careful. And this is where the powers that be that are responsible for rules on copyright, on design infringement, on patents, on intellectual property, they have their job cut out for them. Because it's never been as easy
Yeah.
to infringe on copyright, on intellectual property, on what have
Yeah.
you, as it is now.
That's how they got sued to IP. Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
IP,
so if you look at what I put up earlier, AI, what we're just exploring is just ChatGPT. Guys, I'm going to be doing this every Saturday now. That's so God. This week alone, I must have learned about 10 different tools. Crazy is happening. And you can imagine what will happen when you start combining. The power of this AI comes out when you start combining the tools. When you use ChatGPT and Endurable. When you use ChatGPT and Midjourney. When you use ChatGPT and Galileo. You use ChatGPT to generate the ideas. You use video AI to generate the video. Crazy. Crazy. I want to bring out that thing on Drake. The thing, big scandal. The guy, of course, he released the information, told people what he did, but the guy covered himself up like a Muslim woman because he knows they are looking for him. They are looking for him. If they catch him, straight to jail, it won't be funny because he has infringed on intellectual property. So if I go and I type in Drake, TikToker AI song. Aha. Oh, I want you guys to listen to it. Hear this. Yeah. Can you hear it? Can you hear it, guys?
No, you have to share your sound as well.
Oh, okay, that's it. Yeah, let me make sure. Audio settings, same as speaker now. Okay. Could you hear it? Could you hear it?
No.
Okay.
Sandra, you have to share your sound. You know when you're trying to share your screen, there's a tick bottom of the off the bottom on your left that says share sound.
Okay, hold on. Oh yes, more share sound. That's it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, let me let you read it. Then I'm going to play the song. This is doing the rounds. A completely new generative AI created song featured the AI voices of Drake and At the Weeknd. It was made by a TikTok user called Ghostwriter977 who wrote the lyrics. He recorded the vocals and then used AI to remodel the voices into the artists in question. So the same guy recorded the vocals and then told the AI, for this stanza, this verse, use Drake's voice. For this verse, this stanza, use this one's voice. The guy then mixed the songs. And it says, it really drives home some major issues around intellectual property, right? And why the music industry itself is calling for an outright ban of artificial intelligence produced music on streaming platforms. UMG, which controls around a third of the global—
They can't stop that. It's not possible.
they can't, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, UMG, companies are crying. Companies are in deep doo-doo
Yeah.
now. UMG, which controls around a third of the global music market, is one of the major companies calling for this. There is going to be a long road ahead for original artists, whether in music, in art, or in movies, to either embrace this somehow or start to understand what they need to protect, how they need to protect their own, their intellectual property and their very person from being used without permission. You know, we fully expect a DMCA notice on this track, but there's yet another war brewing about AI that if the wrong decision is made, hey, it's going to make matters worse. Somebody has used Drake's voice without Drake's permission. Somebody has used this guy's voice without his permission. I'm going to play the music, guys. Let's listen to the music. 2 minutes.
I came in with my ex like Selena, the flex, bumping Justin Bieber, the fever and left. She know what she need, or she blessed, giving my best. Yeah, I got my heart on my sleeve with a knife in my back. What's with that? 21, I love him, then my brother, that's my stat. Metro made the beat, so you know that it's gon' slap. Run it back. Talking to a diva, yeah, she on my nerves. She think that I need her, kick her to the curb. All I know is you couldn't have the world, yeah, you were my world.
Got these girls on my neck, got these girls on my check. Like Selena, baby, on my cheating, baby, yeah. She taking a Lambo for a drive, it's in my fancy door. And she way out the store. On my back, ain't no cap. Say she from Toronto, but can't find it on the map. That's on me, I put her in the past. Let's know that.
Talking to a diva, yeah, she on my nerves. She think that I need her, kick her to the curb. All I know is you couldn't have the world, yeah, you were my. I came in with my ex like Selena, the flex, bumping Justin Bieber, the fever and left. She know what she need, or she blessed, giving my best. Yeah, I got my heart on my sleeve with a knife in my back. What's with that? 21, I love him, then my brother, that's my stat. Metro made the beat, so you know that it's gon' slap. Yeah, it's gon' slap. Tell him, run it back.
The song from the beginning to the end, everything AI. It throws a lot of questions out there. But for you and I, let's think of how to work with this new technology. Let's think of how to become better prompt engineers. Let's think of ways, use cases with which to leverage whatever sector it is we find ourselves in. Let us think of how we can advantage ourselves. Let us think of how we can hit the ground running with this technology, because guys, trust me, millions have been made by the day by people who are using it. It's time. I hope you've enjoyed this session today. It was to generate CVs. I'm going to send this, the link to this presentation out to people. I'm going to send the links out. It's going to be on my Canva, but I'll send the links out so you guys can have it. And every Saturday, I'm going to be coming and doing a little something, because there's something here, and I don't want us as a people, as a community, to miss this. This is a revolution, and let's be at the front of it and not at the back of it. You know, for the past 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I was part of this session done by these 2 Eastern European guys. These guys have made 9 figures. 9 figures from using ChatGPT and what have you. 9 figures since December. Things are happening. Things are happening. So guys, I rest my case, and this is where I'm going to say bye-bye, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, Vivian. Thank you, Anka. Thank you. I think
so
that's
much for your
Lillian.
time.
Thanks, Sandra. Thanks for your time.
Welcome.
so
Thank you,
much.
Mercy.
This
I
is
do
highly
apologize.
Thank you so
sincerely.
much, Ma, for your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Bye.
much,
I hope I've
Maria.
given you
I
food for
appreciate so
thought.
much.
I hope I've given you guys food for thought.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yes,
I'm
you
going to put
have.
the links up. I'm going to put the diagrams on ChatGPT up, and let's roll. I mean, IT Career University, we have started developing courses on AI ChatGPT. So Vivian, my darling, we've got work to do.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
That's
So
for sure.
guys, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm only a message away, phone call away, or an email away if you wish to talk and wish to dialogue some more. Yeah.
Thank you.
All right. God
Bye.
bless. Thank you so
God bless.
much. You're
Bye.
welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye for now, guys.